Good morning, everybody. You're joining Logical Excess, and this is The Witcher 3, number 20. It's 10:10 in the morning on Sunday, and we're wrapping things up. In terms of the questing, we're wrapping up the Manticore gear, the Grandmaster Feline gear, Grandmaster Wolven gear, Grandmaster Griffin gear. And then once we complete those, we'll wrap up some of the other secondary quests. So that's what we'll be doing over the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay. In case you haven't noticed, we created a new piece of cat gear. I was running with the Casus Foederis, which actually technically is better, even after upgrading the Grandmaster Feline Sword and putting the runes on them. I still think it's a better weapon with the armor piercing and more crit chance and that plus 50% crit hit damage bonus. And I would also argue maybe even the Dahlia is better. I mean, it's a level 46, does more damage. But just for a completionist point of view, I went ahead and crafted this sword. Oh well. We'll run with it for a little while. It's not like this game is going to give us a ridiculously hard time. So we should be able to handle ourselves with level 40 swords. Hey, we can upgrade the house.
Renovations coming along all right?
You ought to be the final judge of that, sir. Yet, in my humble opinion, they are progressing splendidly. The laborers have completed all the general renovations. Also, the furnishings you had me order have arrived.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
I agree thoroughly, with every fiber of my being.
I don't need any of this. Armor stand and weapon rack,
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
Okay, let's hit up the armor stand and the weapons. Armor stand, whetstone. And let's come down here. Witcher contracts, treasure hunts. No. Treasure hunts. We're going to Mount Crane. Why is my... Okay, Trustamar Hunting Cottage. Alright, this is one of those Hans bases. So technically there's kind of like a sub-boss here. And from what I understand, like, you don't really want to kill them. Or because if you do, then the bandits will cease to respawn. And apparently you can farm these bandits for gold. So let's make sure not to do that. In other words, not kill the main boss, the boss bandit. And let's just try to get in here and get out what we need. Which would be the upgraded Griffin gear. Now that we're all potioned up, we should be ready to go. Wrong sign.
Not your lucky day. Castle mired in dark legend. Dream hideout for bandits.
Moreau's quarters.
Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me? What? Lost your nerve?
All right. No.
Nahalani's eye. Ought to use it.
Yep, that's it. The Nahalani's eye. Where the hell is it? There it is. Right at it. Okay, you don't equip it. Never mind. To all members of Toussaint's Merchants Guild, the Witcher Geralt of Rivia has done serious wrongs to the governor of the Coopers Guild. As a person harmful to our interest, he has forfeited all rights to discounts, rebates, and special offers. In truth, he deserves a full boycott. Yet since coin remains coin, if you must serve him, at least let him feel how much it hurts to cross our guild. Make him weep as he opens his pouch. Alright. Cooper's Guild. That name sounds familiar. Like, it seems like I know that maybe I did a quest that involved the Cooper's cottage. Or the guild. But I can't remember exactly what the heck it would have been. Alright, so let's... We're going into Moreau's quarters, guys. Gnomish Prankings. We've read that a long time ago. Natural Born Killers, a study of Garcanes. Garcanes are commonly described as lesser vampires. Do not be misled by this terminology, however, for they are extremely dangerous and devious creatures, which men stand no chance of defeating, even when greatly outnumbering the beast. Garcanes possess a highly developed sense of smell. Once they are on your track, you are as good as dead. They have a special taste for adolescents and children, hence the belief that this vampire seeks out only virgins. There is a grain of truth in that, yet it is not a matter of sexual purity, but of the level of blood pollution. The younger and healthier the victim, the tastier a tidbit it makes for the Garcane. Garcanes belong to the group of creatures known as lesser vampires. They often gather around themselves and members of other subspecies of lesser vampires, acting in such situations as leaders of the pack. They are, by and large, unable to run, but can jump a great distance and often attack their prey in that way. During combat, they usually keep their distance from their foes, trying to incapacitate them using a blast of mental energy, provoking visions that beguile and disorient. Before grappling a Garcane, one should drink the black blood potion and stock up on vampire oil. It should also be remembered that the Samum and Moondust bombs are always effective weapons against any mental attacks. We have a power crystal. Here we go. Moreau's journal. 12th September, 11:21. I've received confirmation that Jerome has arrived and is staying at Fort Osar. I'm so giddy with anticipation I cannot continue my work, yet I must try to calm myself and see through my plan. 13th of September, 11:21. He arrived quite unexpectedly right after dusk. He has changed a great deal. He is thin, wiry, all covered in scars. He was, of course, furious I brought him here under false pretext, but what choice did I have? One day he will be a father himself, and then he will understand what drives me. I opened a portal in my study and brought Jerome to my lab. In doing so, I exhausted my activation crystal, but luckily I have a spare. I gave the lad some time to think things over, for I'd rather do all this with his willing participation. Meanwhile, I should prepare the apparatus.
So the Witcher was taken somewhere via portal. Now to activate the portal, see where it drops me. I hate portals. Moreau kept Jerome here. Need to look around.
Moreau's Golem. Long years of solitary study tend to make mages somewhat eccentric. As the years pass, lay people begin to irritate them more and more. They are dense, unreliable, disobedient, and determined not to understand the gravity of mages' work. They display emotion when they should show discipline and self-mastery. No wonder mages have long considered the best companions to be artificial constructs they themselves bring to life and designed to follow their rules and meet their needs. Professor Moreau was no exception in this regard. His golem was his dutiful servant and companion. In good times and bad, Moreau's golem was also an excellent guardian, massive, unyielding, and devilishly strong. All in all, he was a tough nut for a Witcher to crack. Here's the Griffin armor. Griffin trousers. Griffin silver sword.
Back of the diagram. Jerome made a note.
Notes on the back of the diagram. Paralyzing spells worn off, but portal still inactive, meaning I'm still stuck here. Too bad I left most of my stuff back at Fort Osar. Without my gear, I stand no chance of escaping. Think I'm going to die in this place. You took my sword, took anything that could be used as a weapon, even got to write this letter on the back of the diagram. But before I die, I want to tell you one thing. You're a madman and always have been, a cruel, cold-blooded murderer. I haven't felt anything for you for a long time, anything but hate. I'm done with you, and I hope you pay for your crimes one day, Jerome.
Moreau eventually came to terms with his son being a Witcher.
morning, man. Now, where in the hell did I end up? Okay. What? Speleologist diary. Speleologist diary, 5th of Fiane. My expedition to the Arnell Mountains was a success, but I cannot wait to visit Toussaint. That is a land sculpted for grotto gropers. The Gorgon foothills and the slopes of Mont Crane are places where I shall be able to find dozens of exploration sites. The endless caverns carved out of that volcanic rock will assure me material to study for months to come. 17th of Fiane. Incredible. I cannot find a single spot fit for study. The matter should be simple, for Tough is usually uninhabited, but all these grottos are either full of monstrosities or have been bought up by copper-pinching wine merchants scheming to fill every cave with their hideous barrels. Blast. I must find a cicerone, a local guide of some sort, who will show me to some completely unoccupied cavern. The 20th of Fiane. A certain Luc Venec, whom I encountered in San Sebastian, has enticed me with promises of a fabulous cave. You won't regret it, Master Garrick, in which there are no greedy grape hoarders nor any monsters. Tomorrow we shall set out to the Blesher Forest, but before embarking I invited my guide to a supper at the Pheasantry. We will be spending several days together, after all, and I'd like to get to know him better. Luke turned out to be a picky gentleman. The chef de cuisine served us veal cutlets and garlic sauce, and Jacinthe bean soup. Luck, however, asked for pancakes and red wine, making excuses about an inborn distaste for garlic. He also didn't touch the silver cutlery, explaining something about an allergy and making use of his own wooden set instead. Despite these oddities, he made for quite interesting company, and we chatted over a bottles to be precise, of wine until late in the night. Something tells me there will soon be much talk of the Vati Garrick Luc Venec duo in the world of speleologists. Oh crap. So I guess he was murdered by these vampires. Troubleau, the Champs des Soleils.
How you like that silver?
This is a monster's nest, probably. It is. It's okay.
Draconid nest. Need to destroy it.
Yeah, I think that's everything that's here. And there should be a high road up here, according to the mini, or the not the mini map, but the main map. Wow, there is. I haven't seen this side of Toussaint.
A long trek requires a fellowship. Ought to cobble one together. I'm too old to wander the world.
Can we not use that road? Really?
That's a chunk of distance.
Dinamabi Temple Ruins.
Maybe I ought to turn around.
I was about to say, it's probably not going to let me swim across that river. I was actually thinking I was going to be locked out, that I didn't have the right item to open the door. Recipe for étoile blanche pasta. Ramses Gorthon's recipe for étoile blanche pasta. Ingredients: 1 hearty scoop of thick yogurt, preferably Gamarian style. Handful of chanterelles, 1 glass of red wine, semi-dry. Turkey breast. Tagliatelle pasta to taste. 6 cherry tomatoes, a bunch of arugula. 1 Zeracanium bouquet garni, the kind with exotic herbs and spices. Dun 10 olive oil. 1 small bowl of ricotta. Salt and pepper. 2 cloves of garlic. This sounds delicious. Rub the turkey breast with salt, then immerse in a marinade made of the yogurt, Zeracanium bouquet, and crushed garlic. Leave in a cool place for at least 2 hours. Boil the chanterelles till they are soft, but don't make a jam out of them. Remember, al dente, you fool. Prepare the tagliatelle in the same way. If you make mushier, you might as well hang up your apron, for you're no chef. Once the turkey's taken on the bouquet's fragrance, throw it in a pan with the heated olive oil. Pour in the wine. Once it's boiled off, toss in the pasta. Let it fry for a bit. Cut the cherry tomatoes in half and add them to the noodles. Give it all a good peppering. Add 2 tablespoons of ricotta. Mix thoroughly. Plate the dish and decorate with the arugula. Honey spice cake recipe. Ingredients: 3 cups raw buckwheat honey, 4 cups spelt flour, 1 pat butter, Zeracanium spices to taste, 3 eggs, a half cup cow's milk, 1 pinch of rock salt. Heat the milk, honey, and butter to a simmer over a low flame, then let cool until lukewarm. Add flour, eggs, and salt. Work vigorously until light and very sticky, and then put in a clay pot. Cover with the cloth and leave in the cellar for a few days. Before baking, take from the cellar and leave in a warm place. Split into 3 equal parts and work each with a rolling pin. Bake each part separately in a hot oven for 20 minutes. Tastes great with plum marmalade. A recipe for Ramses Gorthon's signature crayfish boil. Ingredients: 1 full net of crayfish, salt, pepper, bay leaf, dill. Boil in a large pot water. Add salt, pepper, and bay leaf. Chop dill and add to give added freshness. When water reaches a roiling boil, add crayfish alive and boil for 20 minutes until they turn a bright red. Remove pot from heat and leave in a cold place for a few hours while the crayfish absorb the flavors. Best serve warm with a dry white wine. So Spoontaneous Profits, I just completed that quest. While snooping about the cursed Trastamara estate, Geralt happened on a strange spoon-like key. Attached to it was a note. The note labeled the strange spoon as the property of the Pheasantry, known far and wide to be the finest tavern in all the Duchy of Toussaint. The Witcher decided to follow the lead and headed to the Pheasantry to see what he could find. Though the innkeep denied ever having seen the peculiar utensil, she did suggest that Geralt search the tavern cellar, for it was there that the previous owner documents were stowed. In the cellar, Geralt found some notes. These in turn stated the spoon was a key to the studio of a legendary elven cook. The studio supposedly lay hidden amidst the ruins of a temple to the goddess Danamebi in the Blesher Forest. Geralt reached the temple ruins, descended into the cellar, and found the long-forgotten studio kitchen of the one Ramses Gorthon, where treasure was as plentiful as dust and cobwebs. Sure enough.
Come on.
Okay, so we can make a beeline straight to this marker. Oh, it's a monster den. There's gonna be more vampires, you think? There's a wolf in here. I wonder if these wolves were supposed to be in here, or did they fall? You know what I mean? Did they fall through the entrance up there? Alright, let's get rid of this torch. I'm gonna throw in this cat's eye potion. I think that'll work better. Get some blood moss. I'm gonna get over encumbered here if I'm not careful. I don't know why I can't loot that. A diagram for a Geschäft. What is that? Giselle Duré's journal. Many pages of the journal are filled, but the last is dirtied and written in a chaotic hand. It is done. Countess de Sakor has bought Bassane Farm, and after so many happy years, we have to leave our comfortable abode. When Hubert received the eviction notice, he flew into such a rage it took a great deal for me to calm him. I explained it was already a miracle we've been able to live so long among them. I fear Hubert will prove unable to control the transformations while he is in such a state. We have moved into a cave in the Blesher Forest. They allowed us to take a few possessions from the farm. We have a bed, a table, and some candles. Things aren't so bad. The cave is a bit damp, true, and one night in, I can already tell it will play havoc with my joints. Hubert had an attack when he heard me cough. He screamed he would return to the farm and sink his teeth in the Countess. I've had a bad feeling. Hubert disappeared. I'm terrified. Shivers run down my spine. I can't taste blood in my mouth. If your Hubert has gone off to kill, what will become of us if he loses all control? The remaining pages are torn out, claw marks visible on the back cover. What is this Geschäft? Okay, so it's a new sword. Huh. Is there no way to get up there? Or was I already over there? I may have already been over here. Yeah. Really? That was unfortunate. Alright, everything. Okay, just wanted to see if it saved before or after I got the loot. Alright, let's get ready for these freaking wolves, man. If they might not even be here this time around. I think they're kind of random, aren't they? Yeah, here they are. There's always been this freaking, like, ringing sound in the background of Blood and Wine the whole time I've been playing, and don't know what the hell it is.
Let's go. Slow.
Freaking water hag. Yep, just like I called it. I'd be encumbered. Journal written on Salhide. Day 1, Philibert sent us to collect supplies from the Bassane farm. I stayed with most of the lads in the camp as always and sent a few to go strike a deal with the steward. Hubert Duray's a reasonable chap, never gave us trouble about taking supplies before, so it seems we're in for an easy job. Not like hunting flying monsters or lying in wait for caravans coming down the road. Day 2, Nikolai and Pablo Gaff have not returned. Something stinks and it's not my foot wraps. I'm taking charge and leading a group to see what's going on. If those peasants at Bassane have done something to my men, I'll reduce the farm to a smoldering ashes. Day 3, the farm's been demolished, but no sign of Pablo or Nikolai. We only found 2 hay seeds. I'll take them back to camp for questioning. Both howl like madmen and mumble constantly about some werewolf. They'll cool their heels in a cage for a while, maybe get more talkative. And where the blazes are my men? Seems like I heard a dragon around here. Guess we should go ahead and hop on Roach and head back and empty our saddlebags.
Move it! Not so fast, Roach. Slowly. Whoa.
Alright, we'll have to come back to that for sure when we're less encumbered. And by the way, I think I leveled while I was questing here. I didn't even notice it until now. Yeah. The thing is, though, I want to hold on to this ability point because number of research mutations necessary to unlock. So I have to research another mutation to unlock another ability slot.
I've got the most, you know, widest range of goods around.
Where the hell's he going? Lafarge.
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
What do you have on offer?
Digging the glasses. Look at all this trash gear that I got, man. I bet the grasshopper's not laughing.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Unzip off.
Statues come to life.
Whatever happened to the mockingbird and the snake? See, the mockingbird eats the grasshopper, and the snake eats the mockingbird.
The best diverse.
Show me what you got back there.
It's the circle of life. Look at all this trash we got to sell. One, two, three. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. Our load has been lightened, guys.
So long.
Oh, scoundrel.
I didn't even read this, and I completed it. This Witcher's name was Jerome, and the monster contract dangled before him had been nothing but a pretext designed to lure him, for Jerome's father had simply decided he wanted a son back. A son who had turned his back on his parents. The problem lay in the fact that Jerome had despised his father, who was a cruel madman despite claiming to have only the best intentions. Their meeting did not end well for either, and though in discovering its nature, Geralt managed to assemble a full set of school of the Griffin Grandmaster level diagram, he could not help but recall a grim adage that good intentions did indeed pave hell's floor.
What's new?
Hark, Beauclerc! Her most gracious Duchess has hired a witcher
Slower.
to get at the root of these murders. Every resident...
So I have got to get across. That is the fast
is
travel, my
hereby
friend.
required to aid the
Go,
witcher
go.
in any way he requests.
Long live Toussaint!
I guess we'll land at Flovive and head northwest.
Move it.
Ugh, the dung boots that visit our town. They come up to pour wine down their faces, brother. Bloody hell.
Slowly.
Kisses children.
Why can't I gallop? What the hell? I don't want to mess with those. Can I meditate now? Bandit camps? No, freaking monsters then. And it looks like it's insect based.
Not good. Destroy it if they're to disappear for good.
Written oath. I, Albin Rodier, my crest, the Skylark, do hereby solemnly vow the foul beasts which infest the caves and the maricescent woods shall by my hand be smitten to the death. This task shall I complete, or fall a corpse myself. This I swear on my honor. I shall not flee the field of battle, shall not use any trickery or foul play, and shall fight worthily and with my visor raised. I solidify my vow with this present document, submitted in the presence of 7 witnesses, Albin Rodier of the Skylark Crest. Alright, this is the angle from which I entered. Okay. Okay. Well, didn't really think I would come out at that point. Oh shit, I don't even want to mess with these things. Filament streams.
Cave entrance. Let's see if this Witcher left any tracks.
Warning! Buildings around here have been collapsing because of a monsters dug tunnels all over the place. Not sure yet what kind of beast it is. Don't come after me and don't wipe my symbols off the walls because I need them to find my way out. Juno to Belhaven.
Left his school symbol on the wall. Clever. Gotta keep a lookout for more.
There.
More symbols. I want to look around, so I'm gonna leave me. I want to look around some. I want to look around some. creature from the School of the Bear.
You know it of Belhaven's journal. Damn it. Should never have taken this contract. Still not sure what sort of monster I'm up against. Worried I won't be able to prepare properly. Stupid of me to bet the coin I set aside for the armor. Elves just left squeezing folk of their last copper, and those skin flints at 2 foot aren't any better. But no point feeling sorry for myself, and no point going back until I got a full set of gear. Well, as long as you're sinking, might as well walk on the bottom. I'll find a way, damn it.
You should have never taken this risk. Must have really wanted the armor. I can probably make really good use of these diagrams.
Okay, so how the hell do I get out of here? Okay, so this is not how I came in here. No, 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 no. Gotta go up the waterfall. Screw these things.
Something seriously wrong here.
Neil Poiret's farewell letter. Now I know. Life is perfect. Life is excellent. Life is full of magic, beauty, possibility, and drama, and surprises, numerous surprises. You, Father, are also in for a surprise. You do not wish for your son to become an actor. You chose another home for him, the army, so your son has a surprise for you. His feet will never touch the ground again. He will never again taste life's beauty. And you, Father, soon you must reach up to your son's hanging corpse and take the sack full of crowns for which you sold his life to butchers. Neil Poiret. So what does that put us on? Okay. And I think that puts us on track to push forward the level 42 quest here. The Witchers of the School of the Bear are stereotypically thought of as much like their animal patron, in other words, hefty and hairy. The stereotypes oft prove divorced from realities. When Geralt happened on the trail of some diagrams of Grandmaster level gear from the School of the Bear, upon closer investigation he learned he was in fact on the trail of just such a beefy and shaggy colleague. This burly bear had years ago taken on a contract at the Tufo Vineyard. He had disappeared soon after, along with the diagrams he claimed to have. The bear had evidently overestimated his own strength. This would not have been a problem had it not occurred while he was tracking a beast in a complex of caves. Geralt found the Witcher's remains as well as his diagrams. And so that opens up the door for us to now... We can push the story forward, or we can grab some of these other secondary quests. But other than that, how did you enjoy the play? There can only be one. what we're going to do next is we're going to push the story forward, but we're not going to do it today. Hour and 30 minutes in is a decent time. I got to grab something to eat. I've got some laundry in the washing machine that needs to be dried. I need to go pick up some groceries to prepare for my meals for work tomorrow. And it's already midday, right? It's already 11:45 noon. So I'm going to try to squeeze all that in the next, 5 to 6 hours. So I think now is a good time to call the stream. Really what I'm going to do next is just empty the my coffers. Not my coffers, but empty my saddlebags. Get rid of all the gear, excess gear that I have that I don't need. And do the typical prep that you would do in between, or that I do in between stream sessions. So now's a good place to end it here. I hope everybody's enjoying the stream, and join me next weekend. I might be able to squeeze in a stream on the weekday, but I can't guarantee that. But join me next weekend, and I'll be wrapping up the I'll be pushing forward the main story and then wrapping up any sort of secondary quests we have left. So everybody, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'm out.